This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on the second-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, for this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Dropping back, it's Booker. Quick throw, catch made. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
He's got it, looking for the end zone. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. today. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. Dropping back. It's Turner. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Eastern Michigan's offense is back out there now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Out past the 30. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
They're going to run the option. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Second down coming up.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking downfield. It's Booker. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tie. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Eastern Michigan offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up the 3rd down. Now the offense will spend a timeout here. Want to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense and man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
They'll kick it away here. Ball fielded at the 45. And the returner will be brought down.
And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over first and 10.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here the wideout goes in motion. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Ball back at the 6 for a second and goal off that loss. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense moving backwards here. A long way from the goal line now. Quarterback checks the defensive look. Makes some adjustments. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Across midfield. Inside the 30. Crosses the 10. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That's an important first down on that running play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart with the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to pass. It's Booker. He's going for a big play downfield. Caught near the goal line. And he'll be stopped just short of the end zone at the 1.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama. Now the try here for the extra point. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Eagles offense on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Oh, and he's got some space here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Fights off a defender.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. It's just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to pass. It's Booker. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Take it now, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll feed the back again. And that's a solid gain. The defense able to bring him down. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they've been...
Touchdown, Bama. This quarterback on fire today. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. Let's see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum.
Eastern Michigan.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eastern Michigan's offense is back out there now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. And he throws his third interception of the day. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. He'll set the offense up at the 31.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Timeout.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to throw it on first down. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30.
Alabama.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds his man. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Eastern Michigan offense back out on the field now. Looking downfield, it's Turner. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. Second down after that previous play. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Receiver in motion now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's looking deep here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And now the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Back to throw. It's Booker. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. Catch made down inside the 15.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And this one is getting ugly. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Eagles offense on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st down, it's play action. Airing this one out toward the sideline. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down. The rule of a catch, a big gainer.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And now another deep ball here. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. Going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Strong game by this quarterback. Kicking team on now for the extra point.
Number 88. Catching score.
And it's good.
The kick is good.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Now they get set to kick it away.
Timeout, Alabama.
The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The shotgun running play call. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it for a big gain. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46.
Man, with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
So often we get caught up in the quarterback and the wide receivers and the skill in this game. This is another example of a nice job by the offensive line, giving the quarterback ample amount of time to be able to evaluate the defense and make a good throw. Good job up front by the big.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 42, Eastern Michigan 14.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Lucky for the junior quarterback that didn't get picked off. 2nd and 10 here. Looking to pass. It's Turner. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
The offense really clicking here. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for a deep completion. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
You know, even though these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Back to throw. It's Turner. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute and the defense knows it's coming. Here the interception cost them.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice game out of it.
Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And completion makes it second and short. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking to throw. It's Booker. And that catch is hauled in. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Looking to throw it again. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Short throw complete to the tight end. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, this defense cannot find any way to slow this guy down. He's been making plays like this all game long, over 100 yards receiving on the day now.
Looks to the left, pass caught. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Looking right, this one caught. Touchdown, tied, and the route is on. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Eastern Michigan.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Eastern Michigan's offense is back out there now. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Going the other way, can they stop him? Across midfield. And on that takeaway, the final play of the game. That makes it back-to-back-to-back hard-earned victories to start this season.